Hey guys, it's Alex from Tucker here at the IWCA booth, Tucker booth. We've had some requests. People wanted to get more details on the products that we brought since they weren't able to make it out this year. So we want to kind of show off, start with our Tucker Moby cart here that we have that has a 20-gallon where you can put your pure water in there. This is great if you have to work in an area that has no access to a water source. Additionally, you can't bring your, for whatever reason, you can't bring your filtration on site, or maybe you have to go up to, maybe you're working in high rise and you have an area where there's some outdoor sections up above. You can just trolley this up in an elevator, bring your pure water with you, and we have our delivery pump that's also on our fill and go. So this is going to draw the water out. We've used this when we prototyped this up to 60 feet plus. Not an issue with delivering water to your pole. Next up, we have the fill and go system. This is our dual user. So this is great for both commercial and residential. We use it in residential when we had multiple houses a day, maybe 3 to 4. To have the ability of just opening up your doors. You already have your pole set up, just pull out and quick deployment. Fantastic. On an average, if we were doing cookie cutter homes that are 2,500 square feet, with this, if I take a full tank to the first job, I'm not filling up, so I'm at the third job. So it's fantastic for that. Here we have our skid mount system. This is very popular with our pressure washers. You can either have this on your rig, hook up directly to the system from the customer's water source, or if you have a tank, you can draw from that tank into the filtration system. Great option for pressure washers. So here we have our mobile carts here. I'm going to start off here with our Rival Pro. What makes this a Pro versus the Rival Basic? Well, it's got some great features on this one. It has an onboard TDS meter, so you can quickly read what your RO is producing and your DI. We have the dedicated sediment and carbon onboard pressure gauge. What's cool about this, in conjunction with the TDS meter, is what we have here called our DI saver. So what is a DI saver? So when you initially roll up to a job and get the water going into your system, your RO is going to produce a little higher TDS, and it'll eventually creep down and settle down. So when you have that in this function, in the RO only, you can get a reading out of your TDS. Once you see that settle down, you can then flip it to the DI, and that way you're just not getting higher TDS water going to your DI and then going through DI quicker. You notice all these filters over here on the ground. So whenever you buy a system from us, it's going to have your first set of pre-filters and your post-filter on us. So you have the one that comes with the system, and in the DI, you're going to get the extra DI. So that's just something we wanted to have, make sure you're not out in the field and all of a sudden you have poor quality water coming out. You're going to have your first set on us. Here's our booster pump system that goes with our carts like the Rival series carts or our 4060 that don't have onboard a pump. This is going to help out in situations if you have low water pressure from your water source, or if you need multiple users. This would definitely help you out reach higher than you could without it. Here we have our Tucker H2 Pro. You might have been familiar with this H2 Pro. We've brought this back. So this has great features on there where it as well has the onboard pump, so you never have to worry about dealing with low pressure issues, or if you want to have multiple users, you can definitely do so. Also has the same feature as the Pro with a DI saver. And now we have over here our max output system. So this is our 5-stage system. So we have the sediment, carbon, 2 RO membranes and a DI. With the onboard pump, also has the RO only feature, like the others. So as far as production goes, this is going to be our highest producing cart with a good water pressure, typically of 60 psi. You can expect with the pump on a little over 3 gallons a minute. So if you got 3 gallons, 2 gallons, 1.3 roughly without the pump, and with the pump a little over 2. And then this is going to be about 3/4 of a gallon or so. So those are our pure water systems that we've brought. Here's some of our brushes. Here's our, so if you haven't got a new brush from us, so here's our nylon brush. And also we now feature the lock system. So this will help you quickly change out brush heads if you need to switch different applications to swap out. Nylon's perfect for maintenance cleans, but if you need to switch out to hybrid or bull hair brush, you can quickly do so with our lock system. This is something that's been teased a little bit. This is our Tucker Glide brush. So this will be coming out next month, or actually towards the end of this month. And so what's nice about this, it's a synthetic brush, but it's a little more aggressive. So you have great scrubbing power. But unlike the board brush that has scrubbing power, if you ever use that on regular glass, maintenance glass, you notice it's going to drag, and so kind of slow out the process. With the Glide, just like the name indicates, you're going to be scrubbing a little more aggressive, but it's going to glide across the surface. So what are these big blue bristles over here? That's part of our Tucker Alpha Solar 20. This is great, fantastic brush you can use in residential solar application. So it comes with 2 options. So this one has our scrubbers on there, but if you needed to switch out to the bristles here that have they're flocked in, you just remove these screws, take out those brush heads, and then replace it with these, and you're back in business. Here's something that many people have been asking about. This is not yet released, but we'll have this coming up here shortly. All the information, specs, and pricing will be out on our website on tuckerusa.com. But this is a rotating brush powered by a pressure washer. So it's going to come available just with the brush itself, or we have these other attachments, gooseneck, and here's this bow valve that you can have on there as an attachment. So essentially this will work with our Tucker poles by removing the first 2 sections of your pole. Then you can slide in this attachment and lock it into place. We will be coming out with a pole specific for this, so stay tuned to tuckerusa.com. And here's a very popular screen cleaner. We brought this out at the end of last year. Customers really have loved having this screen cleaner. It's very stable cleaner. And then one of the great features that I really like is this valve on here. It's easy to access and easy to go on and off and adjust your flow, so you're not, if you don't have a great pressure, you don't want to be blasting so much water everywhere, you can adjust that flow. And here we go with some of the poles that we've brought, showing off that Tucker Glide. So they'll come in 12 and 18. And here's our Solar Boost pole that comes with our 18-inch solar brush, similar to the one we talked about earlier that goes on the Solar 20, flocked ends on there to help with the scrub. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our little tour of what we have brought to the booth. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at Tucker USA.